Now that is the way to start a 7-game road trip for the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 1 in the Bronx tonight, starting a 4-game series against the Yankees, and the Jays come to play. Jose Barrios, phenomenal. The offense, stellar. Defense, outstanding. The bullpen, shut it down. And you win 9-2 over the Yankees today. And with the W, the Jays now improved to 63-54 on the year. And the Jays got some help in the out-of-town scoreboard as well. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Red Sox, whether you care about it or not. I mean, Yankee fans, hey, we all share that, positivity. The Red Sox lost to the lonely Pirates. That's always nice to see. And you look at the Orioles lost to the Cubs in Baltimore, so that's a big one for the Blue Jays. You look at the White Sox getting absolutely throttled by the Houston Astros, so that's great news for the Blue Jays. And the Jays went out there today and took care of their own business. Great job. Starting pitchers today, Jose Barrios for the Blue Jays and Frankie Montas on the mound for the Yankees. His first couple starts for the Yankees haven't been the greatest. Last one was okay. The first one, not so much. And the Jays teed off on Frankie Montas today. Teoscar Hernandez gets a single. And I can't remember what the count was, but they start to hit and run again. And they seem to be doing that a lot lately. Teo takes off for second. Chapman hits one into left center field for a base hit. And Teo goes to third with ease. Benintendi, instead of firing it right to second base, because Teo's got third easy, he goes to the cutoff man, Cabrera, who's, kind of closer to third base. Not really sure why. You got to know the situation there. And then he hesitates because he doesn't think Chapman's going to second. Then he realizes it, fires it to second. Chapman with a nice swim slide, and he's safe at second. And this is all with one out. And I'm sitting here, okay, guys in scoring position with less than 2 out. What can you do here? Espinal grounds it softly to shortstop. Chapman, you don't want to get caught up there, but the run does cross as Teoscar Hernandez scores to give the Blue Jays the 1-0 lead in the top half of the second. Good stuff. Then George Springer comes out because Whit Merrifield walks on 4 pitches. All right, 2-1, maybe you can get something going here. George Springer gets a base hit. Was it to left field? One of his 5 hits today. I can't remember which one it was. Either way, he singles. And in comes Espinal. The Jays now lead it 2-0. All right, good stuff. And then Vladdy comes up with 2 on and 2 out. And he gets a fastball from Frankie Montas, and he drills it to right center field, and it's gone! 3-run shot for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays now lead it 5-0 over the Yankees. A big 5-run second inning off of Frankie Montas, and the Blue Jays have a massive advantage early. However, you are at Yankee Stadium. You are playing the Yankees. I don't care what their offense has been. They are still the Yankees. They are still very, very dangerous. You cannot screw around here, but you got a great lead early on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and things get a little hairy. Right? Jose Barrios dialed in through the first 2. We're like, oh man, he's got his stuff today. That fastball's moving like crazy. He's got his breaking ball doing all sorts of things. That changeup's got some bite to it. Barrios is dealing early on. Then at the bottom of the 3rd inning, he walks Trevino, right? Jose Trevino to start the inning. And then he hits a guy, right? Florial. And I'm like, you just walked the 8. And that was on the first pitch he hit Florial. I'm like, Jose, you walk the 8 hitter, you just hit the number 9 hitter to bring up DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Rizzo. Should I go down the list with nobody out and 2 on? This is a disaster waiting to happen. And he jams DJ LeMahieu. It ends up just going past Barrios. He goes for it, slides for it, fires the first, throws it away. In comes Jose Trevino, Florial the 3rd, and there's 1st and 3rd. Nobody out for Aaron Judge. And Barrios is he's done this quite a bit this year where he's doing great and then he just falls apart and things just go south fast. However, this was the turning point in this ball game. For me specifically, you could agree with me, you could not agree with me, that's fine. But he has Aaron Judge up. MVP candidate, probably the favorite right now. He's been struggling lately, but he's still ever flipping Judge. You don't screw around with this. And he gets Judge to ground to third to Chapman. He fires to second. Can't get the out at first, but you get the lead runner at second base. Run comes across the score. Florial scores, make it 5-2. But you got an out now, and Judge is sitting at first. You strike out Rizzo. And I believe you get then Andrew Benintendi. Who's after that? And Josh Donaldson, excuse me. You get Josh Donaldson out, and you get out of that inning, limiting 1st and 3rd, nobody out, going through those 3 guys to an RBI ground out. That is such a crucial point of this game. Imagine if Judge went deep. We're tied at 5, and it's a totally different ballgame. But you get out of that inning, still up by 3. And then the offense is like, hey, we'll get you some more runs, don't you worry. Top of the 5th inning with Vladdy on base. No, that wasn't that inning. It was the top of the 5th. Yeah, right. So Vladdy gets on base. Can't remember how. Again, there's so many things going on in this game. Kirk hits an RBI double scoring Vladdy. The Jays now add on another run. It's now a 6-2 ball game. We go to the top of the 7th inning. And this is where things get hairy for the Yankees, right? They get a ground ball, double play ball. Should be simple, right? Vladdy, I think it was Springer at first base. Vladdy grounds at the third. Donaldson fires to LeMahieu. Throws a little offline, but LeMahieu should have that no problem. He just whiffs on it. Just completely whiffs on the ball. And it goes all the way to the corner. Well, not all the way to the corner, but all the way to the far wall. And that allows, well, who was it? Springer to get to third. Vladdy to get to second. And there's nobody out. Like, that is a massive part in this ball game. You're only down by 4 at that point. I understand it's fairly late in the ball game and their offense hasn't been great, but it's a 4-run ball game. Grand Slam can tie it. Yankee fans saw a Grand Slam yesterday. You never know what can happen. But now, with that play, instead of 2 out and nobody on, you have 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. They end up, who was it? Alejandro Kirk comes up after Gurriel walks to load the bases with nobody out. Kirk drives one to right field and then almost left the ballpark, but got Judge running back to the warning track. But a great job from, Springer to come home to score. Vladdy tags up and goes to third. And it brings up Teoscar Hernandez. And this is off of Albert Abreu. And he destroys one to left center field gap. Gurriel scores. Vladdy scores. Jays lead it 9-2. The clutch knocks. The fantastic approaches at the plate. Just brilliant approach from the Toronto Blue Jays. We talked about it yesterday, Blue Jay fans. Did yesterday have some sort of momentum boost for these guys? Well, if today's any indication, the answer is yes. What a job offensively from the Blue Jays today, and that's how it finishes. The pitching staff settles down, does a great job, and you win the ball game 9-2 at Yankee Stadium. Now, let's get to the stats here real quick. George Flippin Springer went 5 for 5 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. I believe coming off the IL, the guy's like 9 for 14. Albeit it helps when you go 5 for 5, but that's insane numbers. He's been phenomenal. And Jays fans, they made a really good point in the broadcast. I think there's no rush putting him in center field. Does it really make you that much better having Springer in center field or, Tapia or Merrifield? Or if you need to put in Jackie Bradley, you put in Jackie Bradley. And you use George Springer as a DH for a good portion of the time. I'd much rather him healthy, because he seems it, in the number 1 hole, doing this sort of thing and be healthy than forcing him to play center field and be like 35%, be shaking his arm every damn inning. I'd much prefer that. So I like what they're doing right now. They're still stretching him out, though. They're doing the long toss and everything. But, again, there's no rush for him. Alejandro Kirk with a great night. 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs. That double yesterday really got to him because I think he had 2 doubles today. So he was fantastic. No, 2 doubles? He at least had a double and a single. At least that. Teoscar Hernandez went 2 for 5 in the game with a run scored, a couple RBIs. Great day for him. And the team overall, 13 hits. Jays fans, 9 runs on 13 hits. They made their chances count. And when the Yankees made mistakes, they made them pay for it. 6 strikeouts overall for the Toronto Blue Jays. 3 walks total for the boys. And just a fantastic offensive performance. You see what I mean, Jays fans? They made the Yankees pay for every mistake, right? That glove flip from Cabrera at short. Right? That could have had Vladdy if he made that simple play. And that would have been double play, and who knows what that inning would have amounted to. And if Donaldson makes that play at third, who knows what happens? Or let me rephrase that. If LeMahieu made that play and it's a double play, we may not have scored any more runs. And it might have been a lot closer than it was. But the Jays, every time they made a mistake, whether it was a small mistake or a big mistake, they made them pay. And that's what good teams do. Pitching-wise, Jose Barrios was a gem. He was incredible today. Arguably his best start of the year today. You saw it early on, like I said, his fastball had that extra cut on it, right? He was throwing 94, 95, and he was firing it in there. It had an extra movement to the outer half of the plate if you're talking about a left-handed, but if you're talking about a righty, it's on the inner half. That's how he jammed up DJ LeMahieu on that one that he made the error on. He was outstanding. His curveball was great. And later in the ballgame, he's mixing in the changeup, which was actually pretty damn nice. And he ended the game with 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs allowed, 9 strikeouts, and only walked 1 batter. Look, the Yankees were not aggressive today. I mean, he was pounding the strike zone, and they're out there watching first pitch strikes. And I'm like, that's a disaster waiting to happen against a guy like Barrios when he's buzzing right now. You got to go up there aggressive. They were not, and he made them pay for it. Now, he gets taken out of the ball game in a crucial spot there in the, that 7th inning. Aaron Judge, up to bat, right? You're up 9-2, that's fine. But 2 on and 2 out, and Anthony Bass strikes out Judge to end that inning. A really nice job from Bass. Really nice slider in the outer half. Then we see Yusei Kikuchi in the 8th. And even in the 9-2 game, every Jays fan's like, okay, what are we going to see? And the 4-pitch walk to flipping Rizzo, and we're like, oh, God. And a base hit to Donaldson, an 0-2 fastball down the middle, and we're like, oh, my God. And then he strikes out one, gets a fly out, and strikes out another, and gets out of the inning. Okay. Well, take a clean inning from Kikuchi any way you can. He goes in inning, allows 1 hit and a walk, but strikes out 2 guys, and that's a clean inning. So no matter which way you look at it, he didn't allow a run. Great job. And Jordan Romano goes out there. Everyone's like, what the hell are you using Romano for? He hasn't pitched in a while, and he only throws 10 pitches, so we don't need to freak out too much. He goes in inning, gets a strikeout of DJ LeMahieu to end the ball game. A picture-perfect game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Your defense was good for the most part, other than Barrios, a little shake-up there. But otherwise, defense was great. Pitching was phenomenal. Timely hits were there. Just outstanding. But it's only one game. You got 3 more at Yankee Stadium, and Game 2 goes tomorrow night. Jamison Tyone on the mound for the Yankees. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Blue Jays. It's a 7:05 first pitch there at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. And for the Blue Jays, you got to go out there with the same mindset. Go out there like you did today. Good approach to the plate. Kevin Gausman, get going early. And Blue Jays, get some early offense for Gausman. Like you did today with Barrios, who was 5-0 before he got out there for the 2nd inning. Maybe not to that extent, but get your guy a lead. All right, Jays fans. You know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the ball game this evening, like that button. Like that button. Well, I mean, I like the button, but if you like the video, smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. If you guys have not done so already, guys, comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow, send me a DM, do that great stuff, guys. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there. If you guys have not done so already, of course. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, tomorrow as they play Game 2 of the 4-game set at Yankee Stadium. Kevin Gausman, Jamison Tyone is a pitching matchup there. 7:05, first pitch at Yankee Stadium. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the ball game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.